Well, hello people, and welcome back to Manor, which has had an experimental update to its beta branch, adding many different things, including overall more depth, slightly reworked progression system, new mechanics, and perhaps, most importantly of all everyone, the addition of AI cities to the map, which is simply incredible. So this right here, these guys aren't mine, they are AI. So there's now multiple game modes, two of which feature AI. So you can build along with other settlements on the map, which is just simply incredible. You'll see them over here, the villages. So just amazing. I'm so happy. This is really what I was waiting for in Manor Lords, was just another city, an AI to build with. They can't attack us yet, but that is apparently very close. I'll leave the link to this update in this Steam page, linked in the video description if you're interested. But this is our town right here. We're on the little raised hillside in Proshek, I guess that's pronounced. And our other assailants are here. We can see their little drawings, right? There's another AI up here. And then one over here too. They're really fun, but this is our province. So let's have a look at our new message first. So our victory condition is dominance, to build up our town, your manor, and when ready, press claim towards regions owned by your opponents. Once a claim has been pressed, be ready for battle. We will unite these lands. So our province, what do we have to play with? We got rich wild animals, which is very nice. Rich stone also. Salt, clay, and a few berries. So that's very good. So wild animals is one of my favourite deposits, because we can make, obviously, the meat, but the hide can then be turned into clothing, and then that can be traded. So really good resource now to get spawned with wild animals. But let's get our basic production chain set up. We obviously don't want to clear the forest here, because we will scare them away. So instead, we're kind of on a natural hill here, aren't we? So why don't we make this where we put our Lord's Manor? And then I suppose I'll isolate my industry to this area over here. We'll place the logging camp. We'll also want a woodcutter's lodge as well. I'll kind of group my forestry up together. Eventually put in the saw pit over here as well. I won't need a forester's hut yet. Let's begin to map out some roads. So I'm going to reserve this central space for our castle, which is now actually a castle because the castle builder has had a significant update. And then I suppose we'll have roads and down to the main road from here. In, I guess, sort of a couplet system. I guess I can't help myself, can I? As it turns out. And then we'll hook this in. Can we bring a road through this stone deposit? We can. So we have to be very careful we don't chop this forest down. Maybe we can tie this in as though it's the Lord's forest, right? We'll make it part of the castle, perhaps, as we grow up. But I'm always so happy, everyone, to be back in the ambience of Manor Lords. Of all the village builders, the little survival city games, I think Manor Lords stands head and shoulders above the rest of them. Even in its early access stage, it's such an ambitious project. Brilliant animations. Sound design's gorgeous as well, isn't it? Manor Lords ASMR. It's the best. Of course, all our villagers moving around here. Very nice. Let's carry on building for them. Woodcutter's Lodge and logging camp is going up. Hunting camp, of course, is absolutely needed. I'm going to keep this quite close to it, I think. We'll put it there for right now. And then, of course, we want our storage logistics as well. So granary is also very important. We'll probably put our houses down here and into this forest as well once we eventually clear it. So I guess we'll create our central service block around here. Let's put our granary here on a road. And we'll also partner this with the storehouse as well, I think. Put that there. Granary can go just next door. And then we'll run some roads around this as well. After this, we want our well, which is in residential. We've got some water deposits here. I kind of like the idea of the well being near the castle as well, almost as though the Lord is controlling the water supply. And then that should be it, I think, for our basic services. We'll wait until all this stuff is up before we do burgage plots. How far away were those berries? They're not super close, are they? Yeah, they're over here. It would be nice to grab them, but the hunting camp will supply us, honestly. Cool, so logging camp, I'm going to stick 3 families in here straight away. And we also want to limit their work area as well. So let's just focus on clearing out this bit of forest. Let's also check our fertility and see if we are fertile. Not at all, not even remotely. We have some small rye fertility. But yeah, maybe we could do some rye farming over here. This isn't too bad. But I don't think we're going to be relying on agriculture for a lot of our food supply. Which is okay. Super, let's speed up our time here. I'll tell you what, while we're building, let's go see how the AI is getting on, shall we? Let's see how they're behaving. I'm very keen. So in the update, Greg says that AI kind of interacting and attacking us and behaving more as an opponent is very close. So I guess we can still come and attack them, I hope. And I think the raiders will attack them as well. I've played some off camera before this episode and I've seen the raiders come and burn them down. So hopefully we get to see that today as well. So the stone mine. Endless underground deposits. Let's have a look at our gathering for that, shall we? So that would be a quarry. Workers will extract rough stone and rubble. Stone from the rich stone deposits. Yeah, so we'll have this here once we unlock it. Tools also now play a much greater role. They're used for the ongoing maintenance of industrial sites or shops and things that need tools, basically. So you see here it has a maintenance status. So some workplaces require upkeep resources such as tools to function efficiently. These aren't consumed when in crafting but will wear down over time. So we'll slowly tick through our tools resource now. So they're going to be quite important to import to make sure we stay efficient. We can't make them ourselves in this province because we don't have any iron. These, however, do though. They have a rich iron deposit. Is the one in the province next door? No. But we've got a couple of rich deposits here, so we can probably make enough money to buy the tools in. Will probably be what ends up happening, I think. So let's fast forward time here. There's our hunting camp. Let's get them hunting. And of course, we'll isolate their hunting area to be here. Our storehouse and granary also going up now too. We don't need to employ a woodcutter straight away. I found firewood to be one of the best early things to trade, because you do accrue it quite quickly, even at higher populations, so it's always in stock to trade it. But we don't need to employ it right now because we only have a few jobs. Really want to get as much timber as we can. So we actually have 5 timber now. So let's draw in our first houses. Let's get them constructing. So I wouldn't mind, I think, a bunch of initial houses surrounding the castle, because we'll eventually upgrade them. I think it'll build up just a bit of density around the castle, which I think will look quite cool. Because I can't play a city builder without thinking aesthetically, so that's what we'll do. So I am going to be reliant on some burgage plots for food, but not these ones, I don't think. I think let's put our first ones here. And we'll have them so we can have the back garden extension. And then I'll reduce their size as well so we get the extra housing option on them. The little plus symbol on the house. So we'll do that. Just need to wait for one more log. Like this. I think one of the best early game upgrades we can get, to be honest, is the... Oh, we have the storehouse open now. Let's put someone in that and remove a logger. Yeah, is to actually buy a second ox. It speeds things up so much. So I'm going to do that. We'll also need a second hitching post for that as well. So we'll come into our logistics. And we want a hitching post. And let's put this in the town centre. I think I'll probably move the other hitching post there as well. Eventually upgrading both the stables. Fast forward our time here. And I want to make that priority as well, that other hitching post. As, otherwise our second ox will run away if we have nowhere to send it. Not nowhere to tie it up, I suppose. Oh, and we're just getting one of Manor Lord's wonderful atmospheric storms as well. So that'll spend 20 of our first 50 regional wealth. We'll save the other likely for garden upgrades, but it won't be too long before we start trading, I don't think. Let's get the granary up as well, or else you're probably going to lose some supplies by not having this up. I believe it was only a short storm. So no new mercenary companies are available. Let's have a look at those. So the interface, the whole UI is slightly changed and improved here as well. Of course, this is spending treasury wealth of the Lord. We can't afford any of these yet, but kind of groups of 2 and 3 units, pretty similar to what they were in the last update. Another worker in there. Then we'll remove the last worker from the logging camp, so that's back down to 1. We'll also give them the market area as well. Let's have this. I'm not sure actually. Let's maybe do a bit of road work here. Though, I think I'm probably going to want the church on this hill, aren't I? Let's maybe save that. Let's have the marketplace here instead. Space for 15 stalls there. That'll do for me. That should also give us the last of our timber as well. So we can finish off our first burgage plots. We'll build a few more here. Let's keep these houses coming down this road. Again, reduce them just to a size to get the extra upgrade. Build those. So getting food from burgage plots is quite a bit different now. You have to buy the seeds as well. They don't just automatically, I guess, spawn the vegetables in their gardens. You have to buy the seeds for them. So there's kind of an initial investment into the burgage plot food now. Which is good. It doesn't make it as cheesable because it was quite powerful in the last patch of the game. Cool, so they're already making big indents into this forest. It's going to clear us that much more room. And we should have that second ox knocking about as well. Yeah, there we go, right? Because the early game's so required on the oxen. Or is it just ox? I guess oxen's... I don't know what the right way to say it is. The comments will let us know. But yeah, like, your pace is really dictated by how quick you can move lumber. You could even buy 2 ox as well, actually, if you wanted to, I suppose. You do have the money for it, but that might be a touch overkill, perhaps. Wonderful. So this is all going swimmingly well. Let's come back to our gathering. We'll start looking at a saw pit now so we can start making planks. And again, localized. In and around the current forestry. This will all move at some point, eventually anyway. And good stalls going up now. We're still okay for firewood. Still don't need to employ anyone there yet. And we'll start getting those spare families in soon as well. The construction for the church, which is the next basic requirement, is 20 planks, isn't it? So we'll focus in on that. Which will start eating into a little bit of our timber as well, but we've built up 10 so far. So we can also see now we have dressed stone, and stone has been renamed to rubble stone. There's also mortar as well for our stoneworks, which is obviously something we'll need to use for the higher level castle stuff. Really do just enjoy the little animations in Manor Lords. Has a nice scurry to it, doesn't it? I think that's what really makes a nice theme for me in any of these sorts of games, when you can see people moving, enjoying the day. Brilliant, isn't it? How are we doing for that food? Still got quite a lot. And then with the granary, we're seeing that meat come through now. Small game, which is nice. I prefer big game. And we also got wheat bread. There's also a difference between wheat and rye bread now as well, so we're seeing the bread diversify slightly. Which is very exciting, isn't it, to see diverse bread. And then we're also seeing that pelt come through as well. So why don't we have a look at beginning to process that, because I reckon we'll make quite a bit of money out of it. It's the tannery we want, which will tan hides to leather. That definitely was hide we had in the storehouse, wasn't it? No, it's pelt. So is there a different resource for pelt? I don't think they're different resources, but they are referred to differently. Almost looks like a different symbol as well. But I can't see a way we would process pelt to hide. Maybe there's another way to do that. I guess we'll see as we get to it. So we need the planks first. Family members joining the burgage plots now. So that just means we're going to have more people doing the same job. The interface of the burgage plot has also changed. We now get a much clearer breakdown of their requirements. So pretty simple to read. Their marketplace values, they need foraged goods and meat. Fuel, they want firewood. They obviously don't have church access yet, but they do have water access. So I really like this interface for just seeing what people on the burgage plot actually need. Nice way to display that information, I think. So big fan of that. So it's not far off done. Hopefully with more family members joining the single builder family, that'll get done a bit quicker. Just one more of those to build now. And then how are we doing for logs? 14. Let's remove our loggers and briefly turn them into storers. Just so we can get that first influx of planks. And get the church up for them. So we could also start upgrading the capacity already. We've got a bit of timber supply. That'll allow an extra family to live on the same spot. In terms of what else we have around here. There's clay which will eventually be good for tiles. I wouldn't mind actually just putting down a mining pit for that. It does cost planks though. Let's do the church first. Cool, so there's the church. I think the position of this is going to be quite important, isn't it? I think I'd like this, the spire to kind of look up the hill, right? I think orientation's important anywhere we go. Or maybe the front of the church would be facing the castle, so more better line this way. And then we'll just put it on the edge of that contour line there. That is our first level. Which we'll go and check out the wonderful new tree here. They kind of rework the progression mechanics. Just kind of draw all in these little design lines. All roads lead to church, right? Lots of different pathways here up to the main building. Super. A new message. A strong militia is paramount to the survival of any settlement. Luckily, a shipment of weapons has just arrived, and you will now be able to create your first militia banners to serve you and protect your people. However, we will need more weapons to equip all the people as the settlement grows, either by making them or importing them from other lands. We'll definitely be importing them. At least spears and the such like. We'll probably make our own shields. Super. So this will give them their very last need at level 1. So looking at their back garden extensions, so we can see here now that the chicken coops, so like we can buy the vegetable garden for example, but when we come to plant the vegetable garden, we must pay regional wealth. In terms of what I want to plant here, again, the yield is dictated by the size, so I don't really want to turn these small gardens into vegetable plots. But we might have some chickens, but I think I'm going to keep that regional wealth in reserve to maybe unlock some trade routes. I suppose we'll see. See how it goes. But cool, let's remove the soil people now. We need to get back to cutting logs. And there's another family as well, so I'm going to add the second logger. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to remove them from that. And put them into wood cutting now. How's that animal patch doing? We've not even made a dent in that, have we? So let's check out the new development tree. Oh, this whole interface has changed, really. So the development we'll start with, so obviously we have tiers 1 through 6, and our first one here is our origins. So we carry the weight of the past, but it's the promise of these lands that will define us. When we click into this now, we have 9 origin cards to choose from, which can really kind of define the direction of your initial settlement, which I really like in Manor Lords, because you can have these rich resource nodes, and that kind of determines how your industry develops. Obviously for us in our province, we have that rich animal node, don't we? So of the Votland, we are shaped by a hard country, we come from the far marches. So there's a new upgrade we can have. We can enable the ordering of a hunting hound for the hunting camp, and that'll provide +1 small game every 7 days. Or minor trade, base export value is increased by 50%. That sounds really good, actually. And wild berries and mushrooms deposits have doubled capacity. So we also have berries too. There's also mushrooms, of course, which we don't have here. However, we do get decreased agriculture efficiency, which makes vegetable gardens and fields 25% less efficient. And there's tons of these, right? And we can turn level 1 burgage plots into small holdings, which is like level 1 artisans. There's so many different things. So this is so much better fleshed out, this little card system. There's stuff based around stone masonry. You get kind of armor and mine buffs and stuff here. So a whole new system of different things that I really like this system. Improved bows and joiners. So plus 20% efficiency warbows, crossbows, small shields, and large shields, plus export value. That's also really powerful because it only costs plank to make bows at a boya, which is super cheap. Reduced fuel consumption is also not bad. That would allow you to sell so much more firewood, which isn't worth a lot, but it's good early trade. So this is great. I love seeing the game diversified down this sort of pathway. I would love to see a doggo, as I'm sure many of you would. So I think we're going to go with Origins of the Votland. We'll unlock this. Cool. Let's immediately go and buy a dog. So what do you want to upgrade? Say good job we kept that regional wealth, right? Oh my word. Let me walk around as the Lord. Oh, hello. No, don't run away. Where are you going? Oh, it's like a greyhound. Or a whippet. Oh my word. That's so cool. I guess it could be like a German sniffer, maybe? Is that what they're called?
This is heavier than it looks.
I love it. Fantastic. Where are you gonna go? You giving the dog a drink? That dog is built, isn't it? Look at the muscle definition. Holy crap. The dog's been... That dog has not skipped leg day. Let's go hunting with them. I love that the dog just follows them around. He missed. He's shooting through the trees. God, he's got a good shot, hasn't he? He's wasting all his ammo. You got it? Let's go and see. Is the dog coming? Yeah. Amazing. Isn't this the best game ever, everyone? We're running through the forest with the dogs. This is amazing. And of course, the dog goes to the kill. It's a very detailed dog, isn't it? Great dog model, everyone. And then he takes it back. Even though he caught a deer, the deer has since transformed, or at least shape-shifted into a rabbit. Extremely exciting stuff, everyone. That was great, wasn't it? Okay, cool. So we'll let our things run here. Where, again, if that berry deposit's just doubled, isn't it? Okay. The forager's hut, I think we'll build it then. I'm not expecting it to produce loads for us, but we'll try get in before the season closes. In terms of where I want to put this, you can put your forager hut anywhere, and they will walk to a forageable resource. Which I guess for the people coming from the granary, I would rather them do that. So maybe let's put our forager's hut out here. So the granary just has to walk there to get the berries, and then they have to walk down there to get the berries themselves. Actually picking them, of course. There's another family. I'm going to put them straight into login because we really need the construction resource. And then we'll carry on upgrading those homes as well. So No storage space left for production at the hunting camp. You guys want to come and pick this stuff up? He's going to take that pelt straight back there, isn't he? Oh, that was food, I guess. Cool, so we are about to start losing out on food variety because the bread is whittling down. So I'd like to address that sooner rather than later. In terms of what we could do to do that, can't afford chickens at the minute. So I think maybe now a good time to consider some early trades. Let's go into our logistics. And we want a trading post, which I think will sit quite proudly in and around the castle. We also want it near the storehouse and the granary as well, so resources can be brought immediately to it. And then we also want to start processing that pelt as well, don't we? So I'm going to assume that the tannery is still doing the same job. Pelt and hide are represented by 2 different words and symbols, so I'm a bit suspicious of where that's coming from. It's not a burgage upgrade, is it? Because sometimes they can be. Brewery, joiner's workshop. We do want one of these, and we'll definitely go for a boyer, I think. We'll reserve a burgage plot for that. We'll make our own bows and shields, but we'll import spears, I imagine. Shed still going up here as well, quite prominently on the town hill here as well. Can we build our mana yet? We should be able to. We will with a little bit of stone. Let's also start processing that then. So with our gathering, so we can have a quarry. Yeah, the underground rich deposits. That shouldn't scare off the animals. It's getting dangerously close actually. We should be careful with that. All those extra upgrades. Means you don't have to build extra services for them as well, because they're essentially making use of all this stuff. Let's also recruit our first spear militia as well. We'll go for these guys. We can immediately stock or supply, equip 16 of them. Oh, look at the new deep quarry pit as well. Isn't that fun? Under construction. All the new families are coming in. Let's review our chains here. So timber's still very low. We're going to be burning through that. Let's get a fully stocked logging camp. Let's also get some more planks going as well, because we're starting to use them. What we can see is the hustle and bustle of the town beginning to develop, right? Trading post going up over there. Fantastic. So making some good progress with that second ox, right? Able to build things so much quicker. So let's have a look at trade. So with this, we obviously don't have a lot of regional wealth to unlock any major trade routes. But I do want to sell fuel, which we can export our firewood. Let's keep us, I mean, what do we have now? We've got 50 wood, and that's surplus for 9 months, so that's quite a long time. Let's always keep 30 wood in for ourselves, and then we can sell that at 2 coins a piece. But it's so easy to produce because it's just chopped logs. It's not like we have to go through a major production chain to sell that. And then I wanted the tannery as well, didn't I? So where are we going to put this? So there's no pollution mechanics in Manor yet, but you know, I'm pretty sure tanneries put piss on the leather, don't they? For lack of a better phrase. So I think we'll go with this one, away from the residential, but maybe still as part of the main street here, especially if we're going to be selling it. Just need to wait for some planks to be made. Do have people here, right? You guys working? Yep, there we go. Just took a while for them. And then tannery, come and sit here. We've already got quite a lot of that hide already, haven't we? Yeah, 80 pelts. Yeah, textiles is different, isn't it? There's pelt and hide listed separately there. It's definitely a different resource. Let me find where we do this. Okay, so a bit of clarification here. The beautiful What Darren Plays is also a developer on the game, but also a fantastic content creator, by the way. If you haven't checked out Darren, some amazing Satisfactory builds. But he confirms here that pelts is meant to be an early game trade item, and hides are produced from goats, which are eventually turned into the stuff in the tannery. So that is quite good to know, actually. So we're not processing like we used to. If we want to process hide, we need goats. Which I'm happy to have some goats. How much are we looking at for a goat? Just 4 planks, but obviously we need to buy the goats as well. That's okay, we'll still build the tannery, we just won't stock it yet. And then we will sell these early game pelts, because we have a lot of them. So let's export. Let's also get someone working here. Again, if they're all trade, yeah, I don't really have a desired surplus. Keep it at 0. And that's going to be 3 regional wealth. Super. So to confirm, we don't turn pelt into hide. It's a totally separate item. Pelt is just meant to be early game trade. Very nice. I like that development. We'll be making quite a lot of early game trade, then selling the firewood and the pelt all off. As we won't be using that pelt at all. And then we'll look to invest some of that money back into the goats as well. So why don't you lot become goat farmers? A bandit camp was sighted. Holy smokes, everyone. Where are you? You're miles away from us. Oh, there's one up there as well. I wouldn't mind hitting one of those bandit camps because they give good money. How are our friends? Our frenemies? How are you guys getting on? Isn't this fun to see how the AI constructs their city? You've got burgage plots around here. Just the 2 market stalls so far. Very interesting. They're suffering a drought within it. Their lake has dried up. Rest in peace. They're also working a stone mine here as well. Which is what we need to do, actually. Let's get people in that stone mine. We should be able to chill out on log production now, yeah. Let me steal a logging family. You guys come and work here. Harvest season has arrived. We won't be worrying about that in this province. Let's also upgrade to large warehouse as well. And we will upgrade to large granary too. Super, more people moving in all the time there. Here's our goat pen. So we can buy a goat for 25 gold. And we're already making decent bank actually. So we'll produce a passive yield of chevron and hide. I'm assuming chevron is goat meat. Might even invest into 2 goats, you know, because clothing will be a requirement eventually. And we're not going to be growing any crops like flax or anything to satisfy that, so let's make sure the goats provide for us. Should hopefully be starting to collect some stone soon as well. Still not even making a dent in the wild animals. Could even do 2 people here, you know. Let's go check out on the other settlements. So we can even see their commands, right? They're reassigning hires and fires here. Obviously, a thing in the experimental beta branch that won't be in the final game, I imagine. But these guys as well have got 3 saw pits. Oh no, they're stables. You idiot egg. Thought they were saw pits. Very similar. They're stables, aren't they? But yeah, they're building quite similar, aren't they? And then the other villages up here, these guys have got the best view. All over the lake, right? Which, I wouldn't mind doing some fishing on this lake, but I'm not sure if we have a resource node. I'm not sure if we can just fish if there's no icon there. I guess we'll find out, won't we? And then let's have a look at where we're going to put our castle here. Get more people in the stone mine. So we're also getting rough stone from this as well. How are we going to process that? Let's do industry. Stonemason station. Workers cut rough stone into dressed stone. Well, I definitely want that. We're not going to keep this industry around here, are we? So that's going to be stored back at the warehouse. I don't have that there. Behind the trading post. I think we'll have a look at relocating our login stuff now. Let's move these. Actually, no, let's wait till they've cleared a bit and then we'll move them to the road so they can start clearing this stuff. Wouldn't mind another worker here at some point in the near future. Let's also upgrade our stables. You're getting some really tasty regional wealth coming in now, actually. And yeah, more goats here. So I wouldn't mind setting up some spear trade. So we won't be making spears. They are a major trade, so I need to pay for the trade route. And we will import. I don't want to spend all my money on them, so let's just keep a surplus of 5, and then every time they get in the storehouse, the militia should go and collect them. And then once you reach level 2 with a house, which we're probably not too far away from, maybe this one here. Maybe we can build a small plot of houses that become our artisans, actually. Why don't we do that here? Something like that. Yeah. And then we'll take all these smaller ones up to levels 2 and 3. So we can get the taller buildings and the artisans near the castle. There it is. So we don't have the money to go into the castle planner yet. But there's walls and stuff now, which I'm very happy about. So let's do a fun little entrance road. And of course we'll eventually have walls all around this and kind of build the town up around it. I think it'd be quite cool. I'm really looking forward to seeing how far they take this castle planner. You can imagine it getting kind of pretty sprawling. Almost like what you can do in Foundation, really. You know, piecing together those modular blocks to build castles, monasteries, churches, etc. So these new homes are also going to give us some extra population as well, of course. Everything can start moving more efficiently. I probably want to get a second hunter in here now. Food's not doing too bad. It's only 4 months left though. We're coming into winter, so we should get through the winter. So we're seeing those extra spears and stuff come in now. Got 20 stocked so far. Shields via the trade post are super expensive. They're also 200 as well to unlock their trade rate. So I'll prefer to make my own shields, I think, in this instance of Manor Lords. So we're not currently providing them with forage goods. We don't have vegetable, grains or fruits. In terms of a possible import for that, what are we looking at? Berries are 11. Mushrooms are also 11. Let's import some berries. I'll try to keep a small surplus of them in. 11 every time. And because this is a minor trade route, we don't need to have a dedicated trade route or pay to open one. I will also get our retinue after this as well. And then we can start setting our tithe and taxes as well. Before the year is out. So let's get this built. Highest priority, please. Lord needs a home. Yeah, we're getting tons of firewood now as well. Might even stick a second person in the trade post. So let's start shifting some extra volume. We can see our trades in here. I think I'm also going to chuck another storehouse worker in as well at this point. Just to help manage the load. I really love this kind of infographic as well, you know. The building tracks their workers, you can see what they're doing. It's very tasty. We're going to approach our first winter now. Bleak and harsh times ahead for the people of Froshek. But I think we'll survive. So we're really smashing those pelts, aren't we? Holy crap. I wonder how much that dog upgrade is influencing that. You guys making a dent in it? Yes, you are. So they will make a dent in a rich deposit with 2. But it's also tell them not to extinguish. Leave 5 animals per herd. But even after a year, they've only made a dent of 7 in that, so I think we should be okay. The rich animal resource node is very powerful early game. So in terms of our food, those berries are coming through. They're immediately consumed, of course. But it should be satisfying someone's forage goods needs. Yeah, importing those berries really drains us down. So you guys will just have to chill out. I'm not going to import berries. I need that money. We'll grab them ourselves once the picking season reopens. We're only a few months away from that. Super, our retinue should also now be here. Yeah, we don't have any bandit caps near us, do we? We can go and attack. We don't. How the other guy's getting them. So they've already upgraded to their large storehouse. Interesting how small a burgage plot they go for, don't they? Can't get any information on them. Looks like they're going to grow probably vegetables out here. Interesting that they've gone for the long and narrow one, isn't it? I think there's often something to be learned in terms of efficiency from how the AI behaves. We're getting plenty of spare families here now, though. So again, we've still got tons of volume building up in the trade house, so let's get another family trade in. And then we've also got the stone mason now, haven't we? So let's get someone working in there. Have we seen any hide come through yet? Yeah, okay, so from 2 goat pens, which you've not said hello to the goats, actually. There we go. Let's get in the garden with them. Lord cares for his livestock. His pointy arse shoes. Hello? Animal models are really great, aren't they? Good goat and dog models. And goats are kind of the dogs of the livestock world, really, aren't they? They're quite personable. Cool. So we're getting something out of them. Doesn't seem like it's worth employing Tanner just yet. Wait for a bit of a backlog to build up, I think. So I could push you up to level 2 now, actually. We won't be able to keep you very happy, but I will be able to start making shields out of you, so we're just going to do that. We're not far off keeping them happy. I think I'm going to keep upping the goat game. Are we seeing the chevron come through as well? Or chevron, what was it? Not chevron. No, not yet. We have 0 chevron. Okay. Getting a ton of small game, though. So, yeah, you buy your goats. We've also got the next upgrade waiting there as well. Okay, so that was actually just coming through from 1 goat, wasn't it? Those 2 hides. Storage is full at the store pit. Let's go ahead and get more people in the large storehouse then. You can see that money coming in as well. There's the 3rd lot of goats for us. I think should we go 4 goats? A nice round 4. I think we will. And then the next set of burgage pots we set up, I think we'll do some larger gardens for vegetable purposes. We're easily breezing through our first winter here. Plenty of firewood. Getting some really decent crafting supplies now as well. Getting that dress stone coming through. Let's see if we can possibly add something to the castle planet. So we can add an outer tower which will provide 10 garrison space. Garrison units and villagers shoot projectiles at approaching enemies. The garrison tower will increase the retinue size by 12, limited to 1 per region. Well, this is big, classic watchtower vibes, isn't it? So why don't we have this as part of the perimeter here? Let's do... Oh, I'm not sure. Where do we want this? Maybe overlooking the trade post? Is that there? Let's commit to that. It'll probably be a couple of episodes, I imagine, before we get dress stone walls up. But we will eventually get there. We're up to 68 people so far. Everyone's pretty happy. What are we doing for approval? Lingering memories of homelessness. It's causing them to dislike me, is it really? Oh, I'm sorry. I like that it also shows you where that's coming from as well, you know? Very cool. Oh, so you're level 2 now. So we really can't provide a lot for you, but I'm hoping you'll still work for us anyway. And because I'd love you to become... Shields is really important for us to fully stock the militia. We can also sell and do other things with the wooden parts as well. Equally as much of the archers are super powerful. I think I'm going to go for... Then again, they were super powerful last patch. I don't know if they are now. I'm going to go for shields first, I think. So we can make them happy with their clothing requirement, although that does lose us a family, doesn't it? So let's chill out on stone production. We don't need all them people there. Because of course when you do upgrade to an artisan, they do permanently get removed from the job pool, so something we want to bear in mind. What's the because we can't do it until it's built, can we? I want to see what the construction requirements are for a small wooden fence. We might have enough materials to build it here, actually. Cool, so there's the joiner's shop. Please focus on making large shields, which will start eating into our plank supply. We have plenty of it. That's good for me. That's 4 goats in now. Bandit camp was sighted. Are you close? Please be close. You are close. You're very close. Too close, actually. Too close for comfort. Alright. Let's gather the merry men. Let's go get them. Resources added to the inventory. Okay, that's good. We don't have a lot of full inventories yet, so we're still alright for storehouse workers. And here come the band. Well, let's also set our tax rates before we go as well. But before we send them off to die, we're going to tax them. So we'll do a 5% tithe tax, because that'll start landing us influence. And then we'll stick 10% land tax on while we're still pretty early game here. Right, on boys. Let's looks like we're in for a bit of a forest battle. Let's send them up in formation. We'll put the pleb spears at the front. Let's keep our eye on the bandits. There they are. Can we get a hill advantage here? We can. I don't know if hill advantage is a thing, actually. You assume so in kind of RTS, don't you? So we'll have the retinue behind, ready to flank. Yeah, they're marching toward us. Can I set you into a brace stance? Defense is doubled, but attack frequency is halved. Missile alert, we have no missiles. Give ground. Okay. Oh, here they come, everyone. We do get a fight. Oh, no, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Didn't mean to send you forward. We'll flank our retinue around the side. New messages upon us. We'll read that in a second. So we enjoy our first fight of the day. Brilliant. Those shields doing work for us. Come around the sides, retinue. And we'll get stuck into them here. Like an away day, isn't it? Check away. It's Benson. I guess by the flank here, we've kind of given ourselves the downhill advantage. Come on, lads, get stuck in. Fantastic. There we go. Easy. Fantastic. Right, you guys go home. Retinue, go and collect the camp loot, which was here. Any message? We've received reports of a band of raiders roaming the nearby lands. Track their movement, they'll be here in a year. And you can't disband, go back to your jobs. We have our tower up now as well. Really is quite fun, isn't it? Like seeing your soldiers return from war. I'm so glad they added that RTS element to Manor Lords. So, there's nothing else that quite offers it. All our retinue survived as well. I don't think we lost a single man. They also have plus 25 experience now too. Wonderful. Come back home. We'll disband them in the home territory. Send resources to the nearest town, or put it in the treasury wealth. Well, we're making quite decent bank from the trade stuff. So I'm going to take it for the treasury. Because I can probably buy a couple of extra retinue for that. When they're back home disbanded anyway. We'll not forget to do that, because I probably will. There we go. So we can customize them. So I can buy 2 extra retinue. Which I think I'm gonna do. Because that first raid, if they do hit us, because they can hit the AI as well, it can be quite spicy, so those retinue soldiers are super strong. We're coming back into our first growing season here now, which is nice. Made it through our first year. Let's explore some walls and gates. Love to see what we can do here. So if I come up and around, might do it across the whole thing eventually, but we'll maybe do the full box when we get stone walls. So it's colliding, is it? Colliding with what though? The road? So we can also upgrade the wall here. So this is the dressed stone one. You can see how much that adds. And then we can also add like turrets onto it as well. Which is really cool, isn't it? I love that. Yeah, it doesn't like that though. Let's try and draw out. So it says we use it to lay out the castle walls. Was it something it was clipping with? Still says colliding, so I'm guessing maybe the walls aren't working as intended just yet. Not sure on that one. I'll have a little play with that on camera. And now see what it's doing. How are we doing for those hides now? Yeah, it's coming through. Starting to filter through. I wouldn't mind then. Let's chill out on logging because we've got a ton of timber at the minute. And we'll start processing some hide. A little symbol there, bark gathering. From the tree's rough skin, the tanner finds his due. Tannery yields proportional due to woodland environment. Ah, okay. Did not notice that. So they're better off placed near woodlands. Interesting. Okay, maybe we will move you then. Maybe... Oh, I can't move it, can I? Okay, we'll just demolish it then. We'll replace that somewhere where we have good forest. Let's come back to our industry. And we'll do... Where is it? So it doesn't tell you when you place the tannery. Let's put it over here. Oh god, let's also get a forager going as well. I keep forgetting about the forager. We're still early in the season. There should still be quite a few berries. Yeah, it's growing as well. Super, so let's review our current position. A charcoal kiln would be nice. We can increase our fuel efficiency. Can we sell charcoal? We can. It's actually a major trade. It's a better version. I think I might go down that route then. I'll turn firewood into charcoal. Let's keep this maybe near the industry. Hit mine. Bloomery, we're not working with iron. Iron slabs into tools would be very nice. We need to think about tools actually. So let's start importing them. How many do we have at the minute? 1. So that's probably massively affecting all our efficiency here. So let's come in, keep a surplus of 10 in at all times. I would really like to get my own iron deposit. Got my eye on this one. Maybe we'll take these out one day. That's the plan anyway. If we can actually come and attack them. What have you built out here? AI. This is your manor, really? Underwhelming. To say the least. To say the least, I think. Let me try the castle planner once again. Let's click on these. Delete that. If I even just try and do something where it's very not obviously clipping, you will commit to that. So it's the gatehouse on the road, isn't it? That's definitely what's causing the collision. Maybe that's in the way then. I'm going to delete that. And then we'll do that. We'll obviously rebuild it. We'll get the resources back. I think that's what it was, wasn't it? The tower was just simply too close to the wall. We actually have homeless families at the moment. Let's... Did we add all our research or extra houses here? We didn't, no. So I think as we move down the hill away from the church, let's move to some bigger burgage plots. We'll go and finish the castle in a second. Let me just sort out this homelessness. So we definitely need more loggers again now. Let's add these spare families back into the logging camp, and then we'll rebuild the manor. Now we know how those roads function. Should move that bit of road there as well. So let's maybe position the manor slightly differently. We'll commit to that just now, and then we'll rebuild our walls and everything else that comes with it. So we're getting tons of planks here now as well, of course, which should all be being turned into shields for us. And we should have now fully stocked, or very nearly. Just the last few. The last two to come in with it, really. That should be good. Our wild animals are now down to 5. Which I reckon means our hunting camp should now stop working. Yeah, food's only 3 months now. So that small game's only getting us so far, isn't it? So I reckon the next set of burgage plots will get stuck into some farming, I think. Let's get this built first. How are we doing for berries? Are they coming through? No, are you guys not finding them? Waiting. Interesting, you did find them on another save I made. There we go, now they're going. We want to stick another family in there as well. I really want to get those berries before they go. Yeah, they did it automatically on another save, but not on this one. Maybe it is proximity tied. But that should help the food supply if we're getting the berries in. We'll let the animal deposit also recover. It's recovering really quickly actually, isn't it? It's already back to 10. And highest priority here for the manor, of course. Still got loads of this to shift, haven't we? Let's go full staff in the trading post then. Because it's piling up in the trading post. Right, we'll upgrade the granary in a second. Once our manor's done at least. Cool. Now open our castle planet. We will have our garrison tower back. Actually, let's do the road first. Let's go straight down. And then into there. We'll put the garrison tower quite far away from the walls. Somewhere like there. Let's add a road onto that one as well. Okay, let's probably get our fencing in as well. And then with the fencing, again, I'll upgrade it to stone once we have those resources in to fill the whole perimeter. So we can have our first castle. You're clipping again? Maybe if I do it in short segments, it's happy. So we'll do that. It almost seems to like having the gate segment drawn separately is exactly the case, because that way it works. So don't draw your fence all in one go, you have to draw the gate bit on its own. Otherwise it collides, which is a bit of a twat really, but that's fine. Early access and beta branch bugs accepted. Part of the nature of the beast, I suppose. Also upgrade the granary now as well. And everyone's pretty happy. You guys are making a pretty chunky dent in this forest so far. I reckon we're not too far off relocating that industry. And then with the logs we have, let's also begin bringing in those next set of burgage spots that'll be a bit deeper. A bit bigger. You're not happy being drawn there? Why? Not sure why that is. It's simply too big. I think it was, wasn't it? We'll go for 4 extra spots there, although we really want to be careful how much extra population comes in, to be honest. Still not seeing that chevron come through, have we? I know we have. Again, it's just such a small amount, isn't it? The wild animals have immediately recovered, so let's get them all back in, and then we'll take a logger out. That should help stabilise the food supply. For the next winter, at least. Also possibly worth investing in another ox as well now. I think I'm going to do that. Just because they're starting to fill a much larger area. Construction projects are going to start getting further away, so the more rocks we've got to serve it all, the better. We paid our tithe, we're starting to collect kingdom influence now. In terms of claiming an enemy province, that's going to cost us 2,000. Unclaimed provinces will cost us just 1,000. They're quite interesting. I definitely want to go to war with one of the neighbours. We're probably going to take these guys out first if we can. I'd love to attack these before they get too big for their boots, because it looks like I'm doing better than them, I would say. I don't know. I don't know what I'm judging that on. But I would say I could batter them. We'll see. In preparation for that, we'll recruit another spear unit so they can start to be supplied. And then we'll eventually get bows, but we'll need the boya for that. But otherwise, as we wait for the manor wards to construct, which is where we'll finish up once it's done, we're in a pretty good spot. We got plenty of pelt. It's a really good early game resource. That's definitely helping us to get on a lot of these early game expenditure, along with the firewood also trading as well. Even with all these people, I'd love to get them a horse actually. I think we'll definitely get a horse for them, just so we can move more volume. We'll have the stable space for that as well. It's no upgrade for the trading post, is there? No, wouldn't mind getting a livestock trading post at some point. We'll do that next episode. We do currently have homelessness, which is fine. We've got houses under construction, but the Lord's Manor is unfortunately the priority at the minute. The pantry is full at the hunting camp. I reckon we need another... well, because the granary is currently under construction, isn't it? Let's chill that down on priority then, because the granary also needs to be worked on. Let's make that highest priority. So otherwise that food's going to start rotting. We're into a bit of a drought, it looks, here as well. Ground's gone all parched as we approach our second summer. Wouldn't mind some more construction families, so I'm going to steal a quarry worker. We've also got the charcoal kiln knocking about as well now. But yeah, let's just use that second family to build. I'm going to steal a trade family as well. Just want more hands on deck for this construction. And the next episode we'll refine our firewood production into charcoal production to then sell that as well. Just to keep earning that regional wealth. Yeah, there we go. That more games coming through now, but we definitely need to expand our food offering pretty soon. Another bandit camp, is that close? Where are you? Ooh, yes, you are close again. I think we'll grab you next episode. We'll grab them next episode, I think. But otherwise, guys, we'll leave our first episode there of the new Manor Lords beta patch. Expect much more Manor Lords now. I'm very excited to sink thousands of hours into this game. Now that AI cities are here, I think having something to interact with on the map is so important for a game like this, and it's only going to get better from here. The castle planner is expanding. Diplomacy, war, hopefully with other countries once we get into it. And that will definitely address our currently dwindling food situation with some food dedicated burger spots next episode. And an enormous shout out to the YouTube members and patrons that bankroll these videos, with a shout out to our golden egg patrons: Casino, Spartan Angel, Michael W, Bad Wolf, Louis Ablin, Phoenix MD, Blythe, Jamin and Great Sea. You get involved in that, links as always down below to Patreon and Instant Gaming. Otherwise I'll see you in the next episode of the new Manor Lords beta branch. And as always, enjoy the rest of your day.